So the outsourcing landscape in the next 5-10 years, especially in the emerging markets, I see significant potential here for us based upon the growth factors that those markets have to offer us. The market opportunity is tremendous. And of course, the patient population is a large pool for us to go after, where we can also market our existing products and at the same time look at the talent pool that's available from those markets, as well as the manufacturing capabilities to sort of develop more innovative products as well. So I personally think that now that we've saturated the markets in the West, the emerging markets is the place to target for our business opportunities. So the top piece of advice that I would give is, first of all, we all have to recognize the fact that the sort of regulatory landscape is still uneven. It's becoming more and more similar to the West. It's not there yet, so one has to be cognizant of that, especially if you are making the product over there and bringing it back to the Western markets. And then, of course, knowing that you have to go in and make sure that you're doing thorough risk evaluation of your partners that you're going to work with is very, very important. Spending the time in doing due diligence and doing thorough evaluations and really understanding what risks exist and making decisions about those risks in such a way that you are taking the right risks for your business is key for any successful relationship. And of course, once that's done, having constant oversight over your partners and the data that they're providing you is really important, because ultimately you're putting the quality and the reliability of your supply chain in the hands of those partners. So from a overall perspective, I think China and India are sort of leading the way in a way, because just of the sheer materials that are available in the form of APIs, the manufacturing capabilities. I mean, more and more plants in those countries are getting FDA approval and approval from MHRA and so forth. And they are also revising their existing regulatory standards to make them more in line with what the US CGMPs are. And of course, with the FDA putting their own sort of posts there, that also further helps in making sure that the local inspectors are trained the same way. So all of those collective factors, I think, give you the opportunity to focus on China and India as sort of the leaders of the pack, if you will, in the emerging markets. I would say Korea, Taiwan are not far behind, including Philippines. Singapore is an interesting one because the cost factor is not going to be much of a difference there, because it's kind of at par with what we have here in the US. So the cost savings that you get from doing business in let's say in China and India, where in India your cost for doing a clinical trials is only 50%, and in some cases the manufacturing costs are sort of 80% less. Those opportunities, I certainly think, are much more attractive for us right now. So data integrity, very, very close to my heart. I obviously think this is sort of a key area for all leadership to focus on. My advice to everybody is trust but verify, right? Any data that you're getting from your contractors, similar to what you would do within your own plants, make sure that you have the appropriate review and controls in place to have the confidence that the data is integral. And definitely, one piece of advice that I would give to everybody that's not doing that today is that before you use any of that data in any of your regulatory submissions, make sure that you are doing a very thorough and forensic review of that data prior to submitting that. I think the uniqueness of this event is that one, of course, I love the location. Coming from Chicago, this is a wonderful place to come. Warmer climate. But I think in of itself, the event offers sort of a very wide range of topics, and also from very technical to sort of very systemic and sort of strategic points are discussed, and it tends to cater to a wide variety of audience, and so I think that's something that's very unique about this. Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think the audience really kind of comes up to you later on and shares with you as to what they are going through, their similar experiences. That when they heard me talking about the challenges and the opportunities that lie in front of us from the emerging markets, and what sort of leadership strategies one must have to be successful. Some people came to me afterwards and said, exactly similar situations they're dealing with, and shared some of their own experiences with me. And I think that's sort of very rewarding, and also at the same time sort of comforting in a way that you're not alone in this, that other people are also in the sort of same boat, and you can network with each other and learn from sharing those experiences. So why I decided to attend and speak at this conference is because I think that this conference offers you opportunity to come in and sort of hear different perspectives from people in the industry that are facing similar challenges as you are. And so rather than trying to kind of solve the problem on your own, you can come in and hear solutions that have probably worked with other people, and learn from that and take those lessons back and use those in your companies. And I think that is a significant advantage. Of course, the networking is also very, very helpful in the conference itself.